And welcome back. We have our biggest game, in my opinion, of the day. Probably one of the biggest in college bowl season this far. We have Kansas taking on UNLV in the Guaranteed Rice Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona tonight at 9 p.m. Kansas is a 12-point favorite. Over/under sitting at 67 and a half. Believe it is the highest in bowl season yet. If not, it's right up there as one of the highest. Very excited about this game. This is again, I think this is the most entertaining game of the bowl season, in my opinion. I'm going to send it to you first because I think you have a little bit better reading. But before opt outs, I know that's a worry for all you guys during bowl season. Nothing I'm really seeing. The only opt outs is maybe possibly a fourth string running back for UNLV on the depth chart, and then maybe a nickel, a third corner for UNLV. But Kansas really has nothing, so I'm not seeing really any notable opt outs. So keep that in mind. But Ethan, who do you think is going to win this game or cover as well?
Yeah, I like UNLV plus the points in this one. Not sure if they can win outright, but I think that it's gonna be closer than double digits here. Really, my main reason for this is Kansas has been really a pretty solid football program the last 3, 4, 5 years. Um, and that just kind of got derailed this year when Jalen Daniels went down. They still had a good year, 8-4, but I think they had higher aspirations than playing in December 26th bowl game against UNLV of all teams. So I just don't know that there's much motivation for Kansas here. I think they're just kind of done with the season, want to come back, regroup, and actually play for something of more importance next season. UNLV, on the other hand, really good 9-4 season. Um, this is a big matchup. They usually don't get these top opponents. I know they did have Michigan early in the year, but other than that, they don't typically play Power Five schools. So I think they're going to want to show up in this one. They lost their last two games of the season. They were 9-2 entering their final two games, and I think just going on a three-game losing streak would be a sour taste in their mouth to end what was a really good year. So I think UNLV is going to be really motivated. I don't think Kansas really cares that much. So I think 11 points is just too much in this game. So I'm going to lay it with UNLV. Wouldn't be shocked if they pull the outright upset.
Well, I'm glad we agree. I'm on the same exact thing. UNLV. I'm seeing plus 12 right before filming. So this line, I know Kansas is pretty public, so this line might continue to rise a little bit, but it should stay right around 11 to 12 points. But yeah, I like UNLV on the spread here. You did say I was glad you brought it up. Everyone's making fun of Michigan's schedule, but guess what? They beat UNLV, who was 9-2, like you said at one point. So as always, I got to root for a team that makes Michigan look better. So, and if you don't learn anything from me, never think with your brain, always bet with your heart. So we're going UNLV as well at the plus 12. So yeah, I really like them in this game. I'm actually going to lean the under. I think this is a kind of a pretty obvious over game. I mean, Kansas is one of the higher scoring teams in the Big 12. UNLV, surprisingly, a pretty high scoring team out in the Mountain West. So I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on this total and going over. So I like the under. I think it's a sharper play. And I just said, I think UNLV also is a sharp play as well. So that line, again, both these lines might continue to rise a little bit. So if you want to wait out, again, the same game's at 9 p.m. tonight. If you're gonna take UNLV, if you're gonna take the under, just wait it a little bit. Wait to the last second push for some square money coming in on Kansas and the over. You might get a better line. But I'm glad we agree on the final game. I am looking forward to this one solely because I'm rooting for UNLV a lot because, again, it makes Michigan look better. And as Michigan, we can take anything we get before we get stomped by Alabama. But that's all I got. um, Anything else before we close out this day of bowl slates?
Yeah, no, that's it for me. I mean, bowl games are ramping up as we go. So yeah, just be sure to hit that bell if you want the notifications for when we post a new video. Like we've mentioned in every episode, we are having predictions and preview for each and every bowl game. So yeah, the further down in bowl season we go, the better the games, the better our knowledge and
Right.
yeah, the better our knowledge of the teams and the games going on. So yeah, hit that bell if you want instant notifications.
Yeah, and good luck with this game, guys. If you are betting it, again, UNLV, me and Ethan agree, might be the play. But again, we will have videos for every single college bowl game. Make sure you do like, subscribe, comment. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys tomorrow for the next couple of slate of games. Then again, can't wait for that the build up to New Year's Day. A lot of big games coming, so just make sure you are preparing accordingly for these bowl games. Get your knowledge and get your podcasts in, and get the best advice you can get. But good luck, guys, and we will see you tomorrow for another great slate of bowl games.
you better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.